Hey guys, it's Paul. How you doing? Hey, want to talk to you guys a little bit about a couple different cameras that I have here. One of them, I'm just going to grab this real quick here. This is the old GM5. Okay, this camera is small and it's tiny. Well, camera's small. It's compact. It's easy to carry. It's got a little nice screen on the back. Has a lot of great little features in it. And it's rather hard to come by these days. This is a 16 megapixel micro four thirds camera, you know, interchangeable lens mount, right? It's super tiny, so small that, you know, fits in the size of my hand. Look at that, it's just tiny. This thing is a fantastic little camera. Now it doesn't have the same ISO capability and the sensitivities and that type of stuff that cameras of modern times have. But that's not to say that this is not an excellent little device to carry. It's discreet, it's light, and it's actually just fun, and it allows you some freedoms that bigger cameras don't let you have. So anyway, I wanted to kind of point out that this is the little GM5 Lumix camera. Now I'm going to compare that with a little more modern sensor. This is the 16 megapixel GX85. Now I'm going to put these two up here side by side. If you can kind of see that, you can go here, right? And let's take a look at it from the back side, over here, okay, here, so you can kind of get the relative differences of them, kind of stack on top, if you will. Quite a bit difference in size, and really kind of depends on what you guys or you want to do and how you want to carry. Now this one is image stabilized, the GX85, and you can find these relatively inexpensively all over the place because I believe they still sell them. They're still a current product line, and this is an excellent camera, so by all means. However, when you're looking at if you can find one of these bad boys here, the GM5, gosh, I keep screwing up my GM numbers and G numbers. You know, there's all that kind of stuff. But hey, listen, this camera is excellent, pocketable, small camera, and if you can find one, honestly, the image quality that comes out of it is excellent. And it's not just excellent, but it also offers a type of image that you just really don't see too much. And it's got really great character to it, and it has a nice black and white mono mode to it. So I think that if you find one of these bad boys, that you'd be really happy because it's easy to carry and the image quality is high. Now here is the other camera, the GX85, not to screw up those G's again, but here's the GX85, and it's also a great camera. Image stabilized, which does give you some more flexibility and, you know, enable to shoot in lower light situations and with various lenses in situations where lower light is going to be a problem for this guy. So you would need definitely a faster lens, or in this guy here, where you can get away with maybe a slower lens because you can handhold it a little bit longer. Now, it's just because it's a slower lens, you know, if you slow lens to slow lens, if you will, on each, you're still going to get motion blur, essentially, because, hey, it is what it is, and you can't stop people from moving and that type of stuff, if that's the kind of look that you're after. If you're actually looking for like a blur that go by, that kind of stuff, well, look, a slow lens and a slow lens is fine, but you on this one here, if you drag the shutter, you're definitely going to get a camera shake. This one is going to give you that option of not necessarily have that happen. Now, this is quite a bit heavier by comparison. You know, it's a little less pocketable, so you're going to have to carry like a little fanny pack or something around with you. It doesn't mean it's not an excellent camera, it's just kind of the trade-offs that you're looking at. And as you go up in camera sizes and camera features and, you know, weight is going to increase, battery life is going to get progressively a little bit worse, particularly because like this has an IBIS mechanism inside of it. So look, I just wanted to kind of give you guys some heads up on like small portable cameras and what kind of things you can look for. So again, this is the GM5, old camera, like 2015 technology, the GX85, current technology, 16 megapixel sensor, which is just fine. Actually, they're both 16 megapixel cameras. So don't worry about the megapixels so much, because where are you going to show them? What are you going to use it for? What do you need? This is a whole different discussion. Last kind of point, I'm shooting today on the G100. And the G100 is in many ways kind of like the newfangled GM5, and it actually has the same shutter mechanism that's inside of this camera is in this new modern camera. So this vlogging style camera is also a very, very capable stills camera, and I would highly recommend it for a lot of people if they're looking for a inexpensive, lightweight carry stills camera, because it is an excellent job at doing that. It's also very, very good at doing vlogs, which is what it was built for. So yeah, there you go. The other thing I wanted to point about the G100, it is actually pretty much the same size as this. What ends up happening is that it's a little bit shorter, but it's got like a viewfinder hump that sits over top of here. So in terms of actual height, pocketability, because it's got the viewfinder on top rather than having the rangefinder style over here, that you do have the pocketability is essentially, for all intents and purposes, the same as the GX85. It's just not as heavy, and actually makes a big difference as you're carrying the cameras around, putting in your pockets, carrying lenses, you know, all the rest of the stuff that goes with taking an interchangeable lens camera with you. Those are kind of things that you kind of want to watch out for, and just kind of so you know. Image quality of the G100, I believe, is the best of these cameras, between the GM and the GX85. The G100 is actually a nicer image quality overall and better in low light. Kills the pre's, essentially, right? Look, it's a brand new sensor for them, as well as a G9 sensor, and it's been around for a while. So you should enjoy this, all these three cameras. Pocketability for sure, this one. Vlogging and video, the G100 is excellent, and so is this GX85 for that matter, but this is definitely a heavier camera, but the versatility for some people may increase because of the image stabilizer that's in the system. All right, guys, thanks for listening, and give you some more thoughts on cameras a little bit later. Cheers.